Hello, and thanks for joining me this morning for your practice. My name is Bree, and the morning can be such an opportune time to just get in some gentle movement and a little bit of breath work just to help set the tone for the day. So often, mornings can be a time of just rushing around and very busy and chaotic. And so when we set the metronome to kind of slow down and move more intentionally, it can make a dramatic shift to the rest of our day. So let us begin. Let us move and breathe this morning. We'll start sitting on the shins. So meeting me there, hips to heels and hands at heart center. Pressing palm into palm, drawing the shoulder blades together. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And just finding length in the spine and reaching through the crown of the head. And we'll actually take Padma mudra, just Lotus mudra. So we'll unfurl the fingers. So we're going to keep the pinky finger and the thumb and the base of the hands, the heels of the hands, in contact with one another. And then the remaining 3 fingers will open and blossom. And so keeping this here at heart center, this symbol of resilience. And we'll move with breath. So on an inhale, we're going to push the flower forward and grow it all the way up. And then exhale, hands meet at heart center. Open up the flower, inhale, driving it forward, growing your flower up, and then exhale, hands to heart center. This time we'll inhale, press down through the shins and lift ourselves up as we reach up with our Lotus mudra, and exhale, sink the hips down, hands meet at heart center. Twice more. Inhale, grow the flower up as you press down through the shins and lift up. And exhale, slowly drawing hands to heart center. Inhale, flower mudra goes forward and up. And this time, exhale, release the right hand down, extend the left leg long. Whole left sole of the foot plants down. And left arm reaches overhead. So the left fingertips are reaching towards the right, feeling this nice long line of energy from the left fingertips all the way to the left sole of the foot. And maybe seeing if you can spiral the heart up just slightly, and maybe sending the hips forward just to see and feel into a gentle back bend here. And then exhale, meeting back, hips to heels, sitting on shins. Inhale, Lotus mudra, push the flower forward, grow up. And exhale, left hand plants, right leg extends long, reaching the right fingertips over towards the left. Whole sole of the right foot is planted on the ground, pulling belly into spine. And then maybe seeing if you can spiral the heart open and gently send the hips forward just slightly. Breathing deeply. And on your next exhale, meeting back in a seat on shins. Inhale, mudra grows forward, rising up. Exhale, plant the right hand, left leg extends long. reaching here. And this time begin to lift the left foot off the ground, so shifting the weight into that right hand. Core is nice and active. And then option to grab for the foot behind you, finding a quad stretch. So option to pull the left heel in towards the glute and feeling a really nice stretch on the front of the quad there. Or you can kick into the hand as the hand presses back into the foot and seeing if that changes the intensity or if there's a different sensation experienced there. Steady breath. And then release the foot, coming back into a modified side plank. And then we're going to inhale ourselves up towards center, tenting the fingers coming over into gate pose. Finding a nice lateral stretch in the right side body. Breathing into the right side of the rib cage, feeling it expand as you inhale. And then exhale, coming back into modified side plank. And then we're going to shine the heart down and slither over towards the left foot, coming into lizard pose. So hands are on the inside of the left foot. Heart lengthens forward. And maybe taking a moment to just explore here in lizard. Maybe coming to the knife edge side of the left foot. And just wiggling the hips. Maybe lengthening that left leg long and sending the hips back. And just moving around, playing around here. Sending breath to sensation. And then we'll swivel the back foot in. We're gonna make our way into sage pose. So we're gonna sit the hips on the back foot. And then we'll bring our hands to heart center. Maybe opening up into Lotus mudra. And then releasing the left fingertips on the inside of the left leg. And then opening up towards the right. Maybe your right arm extends long, gazing back at the fingertips. Deep inhale and full exhale. Coming back to center, planting the hands down, meeting back to a seated position on shins. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale here. Open up Lotus mudra. Inhale, rise up, pressing down through the shins, and exhale, left hand plants, right leg extends long, reaching with the right fingertips, finding a bit of space and opening in the front body. And then exhale, almost like someone's pulling up on the fingertips with the string coming up into gate pose. So maybe tenting the right fingertips on the shin as you reach over towards the right. Big opening in the left side body. Inhale, releasing back into a modified side plank. And then slithering into lizard pose on the right side. So hands come on the inside of the right foot. And again, just taking a moment to have a wiggle, have a wag, playing around, exploring in lizard. Maybe sinking the hips over towards the left and then the right. Lengthening that front leg, getting into a nice hamstring stretch. And then we will make our way into sage pose. So swiveling on that back knee, bringing the left foot in towards the pelvis. So we're sitting on that left foot, maybe walking this right foot in a little bit. And meeting in sage with hands at heart center. So right arm is pressing into the right thigh. And then maybe taking Lotus mudra here. Letting our soul bloom as we encounter the darkness and letting our resilience and inner strength shine through. Releasing right fingertips on the inside of the leg, maybe spiraling open towards the left as the arm extends back, gazing back at the thumb. Steady breath here. Coming back to center and find your way downward facing dog. So planting the hands, tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back, taking a moment to pedal out, bringing belly to spine, sending the hip bones up towards the sky. And then finding stillness, dropping both heels down towards the ground. Don't have to touch, just going in that direction. Gazing up at the hands and either walking or jumping up to meet the hands, finding your way into a forward fold. Letting yourself pour out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in the knees, sit the hips back as you press down through the feet. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Opening up into Lotus mudra. And similar thing that we did on the floor. Maybe inhale, pressing the mudra forward, rising all the way up. And then exhale, heart-led as the arms separate, folding down into a forward fold. Step the right foot back. Gently drop the back knee. Press down through that front foot. Inhale, rise all the way up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Steady breath. Exhale, release the hands down. Lift that back knee and pivot the back foot. And we're gonna open up into warrior two. Finding your warrior two, making adjustments as needed. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Arms go long, gazing past the left fingertips. Inhale, flip the front palm. Come back into reverse warrior. Maybe that front heel lifts. And then exhale, release back into warrior two. And then inhale, lengthen the legs and the arms and turn the heels in and the toes out slightly. Sink the hips down, goddess pose. And again, maybe taking Lotus mudra. Taking a moment here in goddess pose, maybe finding a gentle sway, really feeling into the hips here. Pressing down through all four corners of each
foot. And then inhale, press the mudra forward, find length in the legs. And then exhale, turn the toes in slightly, heels out slightly, hinge at the hips, bend the knees, wide leg forward fold. Let it all pour out. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Walk the feet out a little bit wider, and we'll come into a high skandasana. So walking the hands over towards the right, bending that right knee, lengthening the left leg, and then sending the hips back up, walking the hands over towards the left, really sinking the hips down, feeling a nice stretch in the inner thighs. And then again, walking back over towards the right, turning yourself towards the right, finding runner's lunge. Step that left foot in to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, deep bend in the knees as you press down through the feet to lift all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Open up, Lotus mudra. Inhale, press the hands forward, find length. And then exhale, release the hands, heart leads as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, step the left foot back. Drop that back knee. Press down through the front foot as you inhale, lift up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Sinking into the hips. Big breath. On your next exhale, release the hands to frame the foot. Lift that back knee, and we'll make our way into warrior two. So dropping that back heel down, windmilling the arms up, and finding your way, warrior two. Finding strength in both the legs, pressing down evenly through both feet. Lengthening the tailbone down as the crown of the head reaches up. Inhale, flip the front palm, come back, reverse warrior. Maybe lifting that front heel. Come back, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen the legs and the arms, coming into goddess pose. So heels go in slightly as the toes point out. And then exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Goddess pose. Lotus mudra. Maybe finding a sway or stillness. Keeping the chest lifted. Full round of breath in and out. Inhale, bloom the flower forward and up. Find length. Exhale, turn the toes in, heels out. Bend the knees, hinge from the hips. Wide leg forward fold. Maybe begin to walk the feet out a little bit wider. In finding skandasana, so walking towards the left, walking the hands towards the left foot, maybe finding a bit of twist here. Right hand plants as the left arm rotates open, and then coming over towards the right, maybe left hand plants, right arm opens. And then walking back over towards the left, rotating towards the front of the mat, finding runner's lunge. Step the right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full round of breath here. Let it go. Inhale, arms lift up. And then exhale, hinge from the hips as you fold forward. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. And we're gonna bend the knees and start to lift the heels as the hips sit back. So option to stay here with fingertips touching the ground, help with stability and balance. Maybe hands come to thighs. Or option to have hands meet in Lotus mudra at heart center. So a little bit of a toe sit here. Really squeezing everything together, squeezing the thighs together, pressing the hands into one another, finding some stability here. And then begin to separate the knees. Arms reach forward. We're gonna slowly lower ourselves down. So arms, Lotus mudra, blooming forward, hips go back, finding a bit of a counterbalance here. And then slowly lower the hips to the ground. Soles of the feet meet in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Rooting down through both sit bones, finding length as you inhale, and then exhale, folding forward. Taking 3 rounds of breath here. Inhaling deeply, feeling the back of the heart expand and open. And then exhale, softening the body into butterfly. And your next inhale, rise yourself up. And we'll take one more final pose here and just begin to drop the knees over towards the right. And we'll take a bit of a twist here. So rotating ourselves to the left. Just a gentle twist to rinse out. And then coming through center, dropping the knees over towards the left. And then rotating towards the right. Breathing deeply into the belly. Filling up as you inhale. And letting it go as you exhale. And then we will meet back in a seated position. Sukhasana, good space, easy pose. And bringing hands to heart center. Once more, maybe bowing the head down to honor yourself in your practice this morning. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time on your mat. Namaste.